What's good, everybody? It is your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode here of the Celebrity Junk. And let me talk about this. This is very interesting. Recently, I have done or performed or I did a show with Brother Palmer over at the F Child Support page on Facebook, and they have over 100,000 followers over there, and it's dedicated towards men of all ethnicities and races who are affected by the child support hustle, right? There are a lot of people affected by that, and people think that this is something that happens only in the West. It is something that happens only in Canada or in the UK, but men are suffering from these situations worldwide. And right now we're gonna fly all the way to Nigeria, and there is a lawyer by the name of Reno Omokri or Omokri. I know I'm saying that wrong, but he said this on Twitter, right? And I want to say this, right? He says, being a baby mama is not a job. If you want an income, go get a job instead of getting pregnant. Bringing a baby into this world without a marriage, a stable home, and a stable income is a wicked thing to do. A child is not a means to a livelihood. All right, so again, go ahead and give some applause for that comment, because see, the situation is he is completely right. And while he's saying it to the women in Nigeria, this is applicable to what's happening in Black America. Like, a lot of us don't know that even though in Nigeria or in Africa, which is, you know, we definitely have the DNA that goes back there, African Americans going back to West Africa, we share many of the same problems and the same issues. And a lot of times things that apply in Black America apply the same in Africa. And you have this attitude from many Black women. It's not just African American. They could be Nigerian, they could be Black Brazilian, that for whatever reason, they're gonna get pregnant, and in the West, they can use child support, right? If a man makes enough money to support this child, because a lot of them want to have a kid. It doesn't matter that the father is going to be there or not. And they're going to use this man's income. They're going to use this man's means to support the child, while at the same time keeping him out. Or, you know, in Africa, basically, I'm going to get pregnant by a guy that has money so he can support me. You know, it doesn't even matter that, you know, he might not be with me. He's not committed to me. But, you know, if I have a baby by a guy that has money, then I know that I can be supported because I'm his baby's mama. And see, what happens when you have people that have that mentality, and even though people are very liberal, you have many platforms that support single mothers and the state, and people are always asking about stuff that support single moms. You know, single mothers need support. I talked about Angela Simmons. She was crying about how much single mothers need support and how much they need help at this time. But I'm gonna go back to what he says. Bringing a baby into this world without marriage. Stop the show right there. I'm gonna read it again. Bringing a baby into this world without a marriage. I'm gonna stop right there. People want to have babies without a marriage, without commitment to the partner, as if usually you're going to be able to overcome that. Now, sure, you have women that have children that don't have marriage and the child is successful, but that's not usually the case, all right? Usually the case, you can, you know, for the most part, every U.S. president, for the exception of Obama, was raised in a single parent home. And really, Obama was raised by his grandparents, and supported their ability to send him to the best schools in Hawaii, right? Every person that rules the world or that comes from into the elite. Anybody in the upper class. Upper class in America is $500,000 a year or more. Most of them are, you know what, we're gonna describe it right here here, right? People who make $500,000 a year or more, professionals in America, they make $500,000 a year or more, and what you're gonna find out is most of them go to Ivy League. Rich people, okay? The economic model. They go to Ivy League education, okay? A person's social class and upper class parents, not single parents, but parents, can do things for their children that single moms just cannot do, okay? They just can't do it. They can't. The American upper class are people, families that send their people to school. All right? If you want to think about it, you can look at people such as Bill Gates. His father was what? An attorney. Mom was what? University of Washington School of Regents. Mark Zuckerberg. Billionaire. His family is what? Both family medical doctors. One is a dentist, one is a doctor. Okay? This is what you see in America. The wealthy people typically are married. But see, sometimes in the black community in Africa, you want to change the narrative. Oh, I can have a baby by myself and the child's gonna be okay. In actuality, you end up impacting other people. What ends up happening in America and other places, when you can't afford to take care of your children, you actually bring in everybody else. Your mom and your dad, they have to help take care of the kid. Okay? Society has to pay to take care of the kid. In taxes, it's a big expense. When you can't take care of your children, it's a big expense to everybody involved in your life. Your grandparents, your family, the society, everybody suffers. Because you want to just be a baby mama and just, and have a child. And you want to use a child, not all of you, but some of you use a child as a stable income. How many people know about the groupies? Chasing after NBA players, chasing after rich dudes, just so you can get pregnant so you can have a paycheck. But what happened to all the feminism? What happened to, I want to work hard and go to school and compete like men do? How? If you're using a child for child support, if you're using a child for, to obtain money, no wonder why you have so many kids today that don't turn out to, that don't have love in the home. Children need love. Children need stable income. And I don't care how many liberals are out here preaching this nonsense every day. I guarantee you, the liberals that rule over black America, I bet you they kids, bet you they together, bet you ain't none of them single parents. See, it's okay if you a black person and you a single parent and your kid is felon, but them liberals kids ain't felon. You know where they at? At Harvard, at Yale, at Princeton. And they telling why they're telling the black community and they encouraging, women's rights to have babies in Africa and in black America and aborting kids and stuff like that. They not telling them kids that. See, it's good enough for you because you black. But everywhere in the world, people who have power and have influence, they are raising their kids together in a stable home and a stable income, and their children rule over your children. Because when your child need a job, who they going to? They going to the people that have corporations, and the people that have corporations are typically married. The people who have wealth are typically married. And your child don't have no wealth. Your child don't have no network. Because you didn't provide them with that. So, people can be offended and, well, my kid gonna do this and my kid gonna do that. Like, shut up. Nobody wants to hear that mess, okay? They just don't. Because we all know that in black America or in Africa, usually we don't see children coming from single homes that end up doing great. they're more likely to end up in jail. They end up doing many things. And that's just the situation that we have at hand. So, I mean, shout out to the brother. He's preaching. I hope a lot of people, you know, don't get upset about what he's saying, because what he did, he told the truth. And guys, what do you think? Subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know what you think here below. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Go to the first comment pinned to the top. You'll find my Patreon there. Patreon.com/NegroManosphere. The Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. All the links, my email, my blog, my Cash App, all that stuff you want, that will be there. And as you brothers know, the buffoonery remains the all-time high. I'm out.